out will be Melvina Lathan, John Stewart, and Stephen Weisfeld. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Earl Morton. And now, with dedication to those who serve and protect here at home with emergency services, fire and police departments, and to those who serve in harm's way as members of the armed forces of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with white and officially weighing 159 pounds. His professional record, 34 victories, including 25 knockouts, with only 2 defeats and 1 bout even. From Silver Springs, Maryland, here is the 3-time middleweight champion of the world, William Joppy. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with blue trunks. His official weight, 160 pounds. He brings a professional record to the ring consisting of 42 victories, including 31 knockouts, with only 2 defeats and 1 bout even. From the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins.
Earl Morton, the referee in this, will give the instructions to the fighters, and we'll be underway in our main event. Hopkins at 38 years of age. The only question would be, does he get old in one day?
Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves and good luck. Touch gloves.
And with that, we are set to go. Earl Morton having to tell him to touch gloves twice.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Now, yo.
First undisputed middleweight champion, as we said, since Marvelous Marvin Hagler, 1980 to 1987. And he's held the title for a long time. Served his time in jail, 5 years from 84 to 89, in the Graterford Penitentiary for armed robbery. Goes back there, still talks to prisoners, works with kids all the time, tries to keep them off the streets. As we said, he's a guy who does a lot of good things. Does a lot of good things in the boxing ring also.
Yeah, with 16 tower defenses, you know he do a lot of good things in the boxing ring. But you pose a good question. Will he get old tonight? At 38 years old.
Didn't feel he fought very well in his last fight against an outclassed opponent. And likewise, Joppy, very confident coming into this fight. Now, the common opponent for them, of course, was Felix Trinidad, and Hopkins shocked everybody by beating Trinidad. Joppy was stopped by Trinidad in the 5th round and knocked down twice.
Bernard Hopkins is one of the guys that can adapt to any style. When he fought Keith Holmes, he banged out a 12-round decision. He'd come back the next fight Felix Trinidad and outbox him and stopped him in the later part of the fight. So he can adapt to anything. But William Joppy looked determined tonight.
Both these guys in very good condition. Hopkins wants to crowd Joppy here. Joppy seems content right now to fight that fight. Joppy always in great shape. Conditioning really never a problem for either one of these guys. I'm sure if this goes 12 rounds, they'll both be there at the end of the fight. The uppercut that slipped in by Hopkins.
Bernard Hopkins, like he's trying to make it a rough fight. He's coming forward.
Hopkins on the gas very quickly here in this fight. He's a guy very often will work his way into a fight.
I think Bernard Hopkins is better suited to stay on the outside, making William Joppy reach with punches.
Long left hand.
Okay, stop.
Throw Joppy in the corner.
We gotta walk it out. Let's walk it out. Come on, man. I ain't playing with you, bro.
Coming toward the end of the first round, an effective first round, I think,
On the back.
for Bernard Hopkins. He just outworked Joppy a little bit. We'll go into the corner of Bernard Hopkins.
All right. You need a little more jabbing in there. It's going to be cool. You need a little more jabbing. Give me a little more. Give me the water, please. The water. We need a little more jabbing in there. Okay? All right. We know what's in the computer already, so we have to look for it. It's there. Okay? All right. That's right.
They have been a team for a long time, Bowie Fisher and Bernard Hopkins.
We're not looking for big shots. All right?
He's trying to overhand it right, Nazim. Trying to put it overhand right. I got it.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Seconds out.
Hopkins hooked up with Bowie Fisher after he lost his first fight to a guy by the name of Clinton Mitchell. Proceeded to win 22 straight after that, and it's been a pretty good ride ever since. Round two. This fight is a little bit late in coming. Could have happened a couple of years ago, but for the fact that Joppy lost a fight and thus never had the chance to fight Bernard Hopkins. But actually, Joppy, when you talk to him, feels that he's more ready to fight Bernard Hopkins now than he was then.
Yeah, I think he learned a lot more. These are the two best middleweights in the world. It's time to get on a big card like tonight. That should be William Joppy's fight right there on the inside. Because it seemed like he can't get anything going on the outside because of the height and reach of Bernard Hopkins. So you take it inside, work the body, and try to break him down.
Right now he's getting beaten on the inside too, though. Nothing really damaging, but Hopkins just a little busier.
Take his step. Walk his head out. Walk his head out.
Now, Joppy does have some pop. He's got 25 knockouts and his 34 wins. He can get you out of it. That said, Hopkins not an easy guy to get out of it.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins trying to rough him up. He's taking the fight on the inside. I thought he would stay outside, but like I said, he could fight both ways. So he's taking the fight on the inside and roughing him up.
Both these guys really experienced professionals, as you can see. They each give a lot of angles. Two pros. Very effective three-punch combination a moment ago from Hopkins, ending with a left to the body.
I think William Joppy had to stay on the jab if he's on the outside, jabbing his way in, trying to set the right hand in the combinations. Then get out and reset again. Because Bernard Hopkins is waiting on him to come inside and waiting on him to do certain things. So.
Well, these two, of course, not only opponents in the ring, but they got a little, maybe it's a gentleman's agreement, maybe it's not. They made a bet. Here's how it went. Listen to this.
If I just go the distance, he gives me 50,000. If he stops me, I'll give him 25,000. That's how the bet goes. But which I want to shake hands on in the next press conference. I want to shake with him just to make it official, because we never shook because it got like chaos came about at the last press conference. But what I want to do is, if I stop him, give me 100,000. That's what I'm asking. If you want to switch up, since you want to throw the bet, you want to bring bets into it. If I stop him in the course of the fight, can I get 100,000?
Take the first bet like he took and deal with that. I don't want him to try to get out of anything. I've made what's happening. We're not going to go back and forth about, well, I'm going to bet you this and I bet you this and I bet you that. It's already set. He'd already agreed with it. It's old press news.
But we didn't shake hands. The bet's off. And we all know it's for amusement only, right?
It seems that way. But you never know. You don't think about bets when you're in the ring anyway. You think about winning.
Bernard Hopkins made a big bet on himself, a legal bet in his fight with Trinidad, and won a whole lot of money.
Stop watching! Stop watching! What I'm telling y'all right now, he's going to take a punch, and the next punch behind the head, take him to that's it.
A lot of money involved in this fight, of course, and big things down the road for the winner. Although Hopkins has used up a good part of the middleweight division. Still some attractive fights. Shane Mosley, of course, is out there. Oscar De La Hoya right now, still a middleweight. Winky Wright wants a piece of somebody. And Fernando Vargas.
From 147 to 160, it's a lot of makeable fights. A lot of big money fights, and these guys both know there's some big money out there to be made in these big fights.
And of course, De La Hoya is the cash cow. Everybody wants a piece of De La Hoya. As much as in the heavyweight division, everybody wants a piece of Tyson, even though he doesn't have a title.
There's the guys to go to.
Bernard Hopkins has made it very public. He would like Oscar De La Hoya, and I could see that fight being made. And then after that, says he'd like Roy Jones again. He had him one time. Starting to bust Joppy up a little bit here.
William Joppy has to let his hands go a lot more and not pull out. Because when you pull out, you're getting hit.
Hopkins doing a nice job inside. That one straight a little low. And Joppy answered it. So Hopkins will get some time, but Hopkins threw the first low blow, and Joppy replied. And Morton gives Joppy a warning, but Hopkins threw the first one. Joppy wants to fight right in about where he is now. It's starting to open up a little bit more here. Joppy working the jab a little bit more consistently in this round.
Still, Bernard's keeping the distance, trying to throw combination.
A little better round, I thought, for William Joppy.
Now you got it. Now you got two on you. That's really good. Oh, give me one, two. Very good. Suck it in. You're doing beautiful. Now the jab is landing. Real small ring.
It's on the screen. Don't fight him.
Put the bucket down. Put the bucket down. Don't make a reach for it. Yeah. Suck it in. Get that grease on him. Looking good, Joppy. That's what it is. And now try to spin that right hand or the right uppercut. Because he's going down and you're doing right. Everything. Bend down. That stops everything. Give me some more grease, please. I want some more. Yeah. Watch his eyes, yeah. There you go, Ken. Just like that. Watch him. He's a sly guy. Watch him now.
He hit the low. He know what he's doing. You got to keep jabbing. Make him look bad. Make him look bad. Touch him and move. Touch him. Don't go straight back there.
Pretty good advice, I thought, in the corner. And again, one voice, one or two pieces of information, and fighter can digest that. Now let's see if he can go out and execute it. Use the jab. Got to bring the uppercut behind the jab. Jab is a good weapon for him, I thought, in the third round. Joppy is a man on a mission in this fight. He has dedicated this fight to a daughter, a baby 6 weeks old, who died tragically after being dropped on her head by, they believe, a babysitter. Still kind of a mystery, and of course it set him way back for a long time, and after the funeral they seemed to come around a little bit, but he has dedicated this fight to her. And right now, Bernard Hopkins is getting right on it.
Yeah, he put the pressure on. He's smothering William Joppy's jabs and combination punching, so he's staying on the inside and trying to rough him up. To be a 6-foot middleweight, he's a rough guy on the inside.
Well, you said earlier, he could fight a lot of different ways and be very effective. And again, a lot like Marvin Hagler.
He really does. Now he's sitting back in boxing. So he's changing directions now. Now just a complete fighter when it comes to styles.
Still got good hands. Still doesn't get hit very much.
He's only 38 years old now. He's like one of the young fighters.
Yeah, he really is. Good left hook. Stepped into the right hand that time. And another good right hand that time. And Joppy ties him up.
Well, Joppy can't pull out with his hands down.
Hopkins gets Joppy a little frustrated at times because he gives him so many different looks.
Now Hopkins back fighting on the inside. And he'll take it back outside. He's just a smart fighter.
Not a bad round, just an effective round for Hopkins. Not spectacular, but effective.
Okay, you got to put a little pop on that jab for me, baby. Put a little pop on that jab. That's what I need, pop on the jab.
Great right hand by Bernard Hopkins. Caught William Joppy staring, kind of pulling out also. Got to keep them hands up. He's a shorter guy. He can't pull out.
Sharp punch.
Stop him. Stop him up.
Good stiff jabs, too. Good stiff jab.
Pop it in here, son. Pop that jab in there for me. All right, so let that computer from me.
No, get back on the Don, all right?
Round number 5. This is round 5. Hopkins in the white trunks and Joppy in black trunks. See on the back of Joppy's trunks the name Vashti. That is his daughter about whom we spoke and to whom he has dedicated this fight.
Bernard Hopkins starting to find the range now. He landed a good right hand a moment ago.
Hopkins, as he's always done, keeps that left hand at his side, but it's always out of harm's way. Hopkins with 16 successful defenses. This is his 17th. Pretty select company. Carlos Monzon, whose record he broke, had 14 successful. Marvin Hagler, over his 7-year reign as champion, had 12 successful defenses, and Hopkins has overshadowed them both.
He just cleaned the division out.
And he's fought everybody. He hasn't dodged anybody.
No, he's a true fighter. He fight everybody.
And you know, the same, again, to go back and talk about Hagler, same thing with Hagler. It's just that the division was not as strong when Marvin Hagler was fighting. But he fought everybody. Yeah. Good right hand again by Hopkins. Just not allowing Joppy to be first.
Joppy needs to go forward and just make it a fight. You got to change styles if you want to win this fight. You just start just trying to dog him. He's a shorter guy. He looks to be pretty strong also, so you need to go forward and make the fight.
Hopkins gets inside, a couple of shots, and then gets outside.
Now Hopkins is just too smart for you to sit back and wait on him.
I could give only the third round to Joppy, so I have a 39-37 right now for Hopkins.
I have the same way. Third round for Joppy. 3 rounds to 1.
The roar you hear from the fans is for a fight going on in the crowd right now, and that's drawing more attention than the fight that's in the ring, but we're going to stay right where we are as time ticks down here in round 5. And again, Joppy just not able to outquick Hopkins. Hopkins not dominating the fight by any stretch of the imagination, but in my opinion, he's winning most of the rounds.
Yeah, he's edging him every round.
Going to go into the corner now of William Joppy.
He know he's in a fight. Give him a mouthpiece. Give him a mouthpiece. Yeah. Hold him out wide. Looking good. Now, man, stay careful, though, champion. We'll just stay careful, because he's dirty. He's dirty. And with 2 minutes in the back behind, things go down a little bit to give him. If he's 2 minutes hitting behind the back of his head, it's going good to him. Yeah. Open up one more time.
He do his back rush inside. His bounce is off. Stay open.
Give him some more grease for him, yeah.
He's stumbling.
Now try to get that right hand. That's the one to get through. Yeah.
Everything you need is right there in the computer, son.
Hard stiff jab for my mom. Hard stiff jab. Go, baby.
Right there in the computer, son.
Seconds out.
And you can really tell those guys have been together for a long time. There's very little spoken, and yet they're on the same page.
Yeah, that's very important. They know each other well. And Bernard is a true professional. He knows what he has to do in the ring. He knows what Joppy's doing, so he knows how to counter-react everything in the ring.
They have great respect for one another. Excellent relationship. And Hopkins, who has gone through promoters like Shoes, has been with Bowie Fisher virtually since day one.
Then Joppy really figured out how difficult it is to fight Bernard Hopkins. He tried to fight him on the outside, and now look at Bernard's on the inside. It's just a difficult guy to fight, and he's very strong also.
Yeah, he's just not letting Joppy into this fight. Good shot to the body by Hopkins. Hopkins very unemotional in the ring, rarely changes facial expression. You heard the official say to him, it's all in the computer, and been a lot of input into that computer.
Seems like William Joppy is slowly letting the fight slip away from him, round after round.
Yeah, he's not being dominated by the stretch of the imagination, but that's not necessarily what it's all about. You got to do something to win each round, and Hopkins is finishing second.
Joppy don't want to be in a position where he need a knockout to win, especially against Bernard Hopkins, who has a great chin.
Pull on back. I stop pushing. I got you. Walk. 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 I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you to break. Y'all better break. Hold his head. Pull it back. Don't hook him. Don't hook him. Break it.
Hopkins just kind of laying in on him and doing a better job inside than Joppy. And doing a better job outside than Joppy.
Just by a little bit. In each area, he's beaten.
Pull it back. Pull it back. All right, stop working. Stop working. Walk it out. Walk it out.
Now he's back outside boxing.
5 seconds remaining, round 6. And for Bernard Hopkins, just kind of more of same. Bernard Hopkins, as we said, the guy's a consummate pro, and when he gets you up against the ropes, he keeps you there.
He keeps you there and works you and give you different angles when you got you on the ropes. I mean, to be a 6-foot middleweight and putting the shorter man on the ropes is pretty impressive.
Just doing a good job all the way around, Bernard Hopkins, and doing enough to win most of the rounds, and is really kind of driving the bus right now. Unprecedented night here.
All right, yo, ref, let's watch the low blows there, son. What?
All right, man.
Come on, son. Come on.
Just to finish that thought, unprecedented night of 5 championship fights here in Atlantic City, and this, the main event. And we had one big surprise in Corey Spinks defeating Ricardo Mayorga, who was starting to look pretty invincible after 2 impressive wins over Vernon Forrest. And the men and women of the 101st Airborne in Mosul, Iraq are holding off breakfast for another 15-20 minutes. They've been with us since about 4 o'clock this morning.
Back to the inside fighting. I'm really impressed with Bernard Hopkins to be 38 years old and to still bully around the younger guys of the division. He's fighting a great fight right now.
Yeah, he really is. Now he's got Joppy going backward, back into the ropes again. And just pinning him on the ropes. Now Joppy finally works his way off. Joppy has really not been able to do much, especially in the power punch area. He's gotten a few jabs in, but not enough so far. Hopkins, a right hand and a left behind it. Drove Joppy off of him, a left hand by Joppy.
And Joppy got to let the hands go a little bit more. Get a little bit closer, let the hands go, and try to win some of these rounds. He's allowing Bernard Hopkins just to dictate everything that's going on in the fight, from the inside and the outside.
This is the 7th round of a 12-round fight for the undisputed middleweight championship. Barry Tompkins, IBF heavyweight champion Chris Bird alongside.
This is like a sparring session. They're sitting right here and going out in the middle of the ring, feeling real comfortable doing it. But Bernard Hopkins is getting the better of it.
Yeah, he is, just out clicking him, out punching him. Neither man has been hurt in the fight, but Hopkins is just doing more, and with it, winning rounds. Looked to counter the jab that time. again, in close quarters, Hopkins just doing a little bit more business.
Getting the better of him every time.
Right open side to the shoulder.
Get to the juice now, baby. Get to the juice.
Round number 8 upcoming, and it has been pretty much a whitewash for Bernard Hopkins. I gave the third round to Joppy. Other than that, it's been all Hopkins.
You're in the computer, baby. It's right there for you. Everything we need is right there.
And Joppy's corner.
Let's go. Get him on the outside. Keep the foot go around. Keep the shoulder up.
All right, seconds out. Not punching on the bricks.
If I was with Joppy, I would now say in my mind, I'm down a few rounds. I got to go forward and just not get roughed up. Got to let the hands go. So I think he's worried about getting hit on the inside a lot. He's keeping his hands up, but he's not letting them go. Don't pull out, go forward, and make the fight. I mean, it's a tough fight for William Joppy right now because Bernard Hopkins is showing him so many angles. You know, it's kind of frustrating when a guy can beat you on the inside and take you outside and beat you. So you got to take chances. And William Joppy definitely have to take chances right now.
I'm sure very frustrating. Well put. Can't beat his man at either game here. Hopkins seems to want to fight inside here. When he does, he's effective.
Yeah, he seems really comfortable inside. Like, Joppy can't hurt him.
And you're right, Joppy just doesn't seem to want to let his hands fly. And I mean, you can understand why. He's going to get hit if he does, but somewhere along the line.
But Hopkins is smart. He's smothering a lot of punches from Joppy on the inside. Don't let him get off. But you still got to take chances. You fight the best middleweight in the world, and if you want to be the best middleweight, you gotta have a dominating performance.
Hopkins just with one hand free and continues to pepper Joppy. And again, Hopkins just out cooking Joppy. It's just that simple. Good left hand right there. Joppy pops out of there.
Now Bernard Hopkins got in the ropes. Bernard is so clever on the inside. He shows you different looks, different angles that most boxers just don't pick up. And he's hitting you at the same time he's showing you these angles. So he's just a smart fighter.
There's a little clash of heads there too. Clash of heads, but no cut.
All right, let his hand go. Walk it out. Walk it back. Walk it back.
Hopkins staying busy inside. Not what you put in the category of an exciting fight, but kind of a clinic being put on by Bernard Hopkins. Starting to get there with even more consistency as the fight goes on.
Suck it in. Kick his legs off. Kick his legs off. Keep your hands high this time, Joppy. And when you're inside, start throwing right hooks at your inside. Something different. You threw a left hook in corner. Yeah, you got to start throwing a punches. You got to throw enough punches. Throw the right hand now. Stick to the 1-2. Little teeny bit.
This fight being fought on the inside.
Really good inside fighting, especially by Bernard Hopkins. I mean, he's dominating in there, laying the head on the shoulder, picking his shots. Still more inside work by Bernard Hopkins.
All right, seconds out.
Now remember, we talked earlier about the bet that they made, and should Joppy go to 12 rounds, Hopkins would have to cough up 50K.
Like it's going to go 12 rounds.
It does look that way right now, but Hopkins is a guy who, pretty good finisher. If he gets you hurt, he can get you out of there. And I thought he was starting to get to Joppy a little bit more in that last round. I want Joppy to throw the right hand behind the jab. Hopkins is, once he gets past 8 rounds, he's only lost once and has 5 knockouts, so he can still bring a lot even at the end of the dance. That one loss, of course, was to Roy Jones. A fight which he really would like to avenge.
Look at our Hopkins on the inside again. Good work on the inside.
Left hand back Joppy right off him. Joppy did get in there with a punch of his own. There's an uppercut inside.
Joppy got his hands going inside. And the fight is really slipping away from him now.
Joppy may be starting to get a little bit frustrated. Just nothing is working for him. It's not for want of trying. He's not dogging it out there. He's just getting out-quicked, outworked, out-punched.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, when nothing is working against a great champion like Bernard Hopkins, there's really nothing you can do.
Slipped the left hand into Joppy.
Come on, we can't get our hands. Body shot hurting, man. Body shot hurting. Whose hands are holding? Let's go. Come on, long push. Put your hands free.
Like Bernard Hopkins went to Marvin Hagler mode. And on the inside, just roughing him up.
Yeah.
Throwing punches. Like he's having fun also. Just
it's really all business today. That's how he back Joppy in the ropes and hit him with a pretty good right hand. He may be starting to wear Joppy out. Nice uppercut from Hopkins. That's been there for him. He's good. There's another one. And a right hand and another one. And that backed Joppy up. Joppy trying to swing back. That was even a better round for Hopkins, and even a more dominant round for Hopkins.
Yeah, it was. He picked his shots real well on the inside.
Pick it up a little bit. Pick it up a little bit, son.
Uppercut starting to be effective for Bernard Hopkins.
And Bernard Hopkins picked his shots so well on the inside. Setting them up, uppercuts.
Well, so far tonight on this unprecedented card, Travis Sims with an impressive 5-round knockout over Alejandro Garcia. Zab Judah, of course, getting rid of Jaime Rangel in just a minute and 13 seconds. Hardly had a chance to hang our coats up. John Ruiz with an ugly 12-round win over Hasim Rahman to win the interim heavyweight title for the WBA. And Corey Spinks, most impressive with a unanimous decision, or rather majority decision win over Ricardo Mayorga, who is an overwhelming favorite coming into this fight. That's really the story of the night so far. Bernard Hopkins fighting like the champion he is right here. I have him comfortably in front of my card over William Joppy.
Can we walk it out with break? Let's get your hands free, can we? Come on, pull your arm back. Pull that back. Stop punching. Stop. Stop.
I thought Hopkins was even a little bit more dominant in the last round. Discussion going on here with Earl Morton.
One more time, that's the point. All right?
To both fighters, saying stop the rough stuff.
Because if y'all want to box.
Right hand at the top of the head, good shot from Hopkins. You can see most of Joppy's punches are being caught on the arms.
A lot of Joppy punches being caught on him. William Joppy is not getting beat really bad. He's not getting dominated, but Bernard Hopkins just beat him in every facet of the sport. So right now he's just getting slowly beaten every single round.
Chopping right hand. I think he's getting a little bit more dominant in the last 2 rounds. Hopkins may be starting to think I might be able to get him out of here. This is round 10. We're going 12. If Joppy does go 12, if in fact that bet that you heard both fighters talk about is the real deal, then Hopkins is going to have to cough up $50,000 to Joppy for going the distance. That was a good left hand, and it buckled the knees of Joppy.
Yeah, it hurt Joppy a little bit. Nice hook.
And a straight right on the button. He's starting to slow Joppy down.
Yeah, he's starting to wear him out. Pinpointing his shots. William Joppy is a tough guy. He'll hang in there, but tonight, Bernard Hopkins showing why he has 16 title defenses, the best middleweight, undisputed. He's a great fighter.
Yeah, outclassing Joppy. And Joppy is a very good middleweight, as you said. Big welt on the right side above the eye of William Joppy. In a very unusual place. Good short right hand from Hopkins. Coming to the end of round number 10, and a dominant round, I thought, for Hopkins. In fact, I think the last 2 have been dominant. And for these guys, it is only morning. 101st Airborne in Mosul, Iraq. And they're really enjoying what they're seeing, and we, of course, here in the States enjoying seeing them, too. It's good to see them having a good time and enjoying an outstanding evening of boxing here in Atlantic City, an unprecedented evening of boxing. Watch the right from Hopkins.
He sets it up nice. It's a lead right hand. And William Joppy had distance. Lead right hand. I mean, it's almost target practice now.
Yeah, it really is, and just absolutely starting to dominate. You can see that welt up on the right side. Actually, you can't see it from this angle, but trust me, it's there. Starting to bust Joppy up a little bit. A lot of puffiness on Joppy's face. A quick right hand right out of the box for Hopkins to start the 11th round.
I think Bernard Hopkins is looking for a stoppage now.
I do too, and that welt is not getting any better. A lot of puffiness on the whole right side of Joppy's face. The cheek above the eye. I think there's a possibility Earl Morton may not let this go too far, seeing as Hopkins has dominated the fight. And I don't think he wants Joppy to get hurt.
Yeah, he's getting roughed up pretty bad on the road. Bernard Hopkins is in such great shape. I mean, he's been throwing for 10 rounds straight on the inside, on the outside. And at 38 years old, I mean, I want to be like him at 38.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's been very sharp, very high connect percentage too, I think. And he's giving you the whole package. Showing an effective jab, which he's had throughout his career. Good sharp right hand. Not necessarily a right hand that's going to get you out with one punch, but an effective right hand, sharp uppercut, straight right hand, which he threw in the last round. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does have the whole package. And he wasn't even breathing in the corner in between rounds. And he come running out, 7th, 11th round like it was the first round.
I don't think he wants to give away that $50K. Again, a double left hand from Hopkins. Hopkins really starting to bust up Joppy now. A lot of swelling in the face of Joppy.
No, pull it on. Come on, pull it on. Pull it back. Come on. Freedom hands.
Inside a minute remaining, round 11, a fight that has been absolutely dominated by Bernard Hopkins.
He's still working. Still working on the inside. I'm getting more impressed with Bernard Hopkins as each round goes on.
That'd be a very tough guy to prepare for, I would have to think, because you don't know which Bernard Hopkins you're going to fight that night.
You don't. He can fight you on the inside. He can take you outside. It's just, like you said, it's really hard to prepare for him.
He can box, he can brawl.
And he's 6 foot tall.
That's right.
6 foot middleweight.
Lay off his head. Stop punching. That's a good rap. Come on, let's do one rap.
He's a real pro, and he really should be respected as the champion that he is. And again, you know, I wish more people could see the side of him that we get to see quite a lot. And true enough, he doesn't have a shut-off valve sometimes when he starts talking, but he's a very bright guy. He's done some terrific things in the Philadelphia community. He's gone back to his roots and tried to work with kids. Goes back to the jail that he was.
Give me some ice.
Joppy really starting to get busted up.
Get here. Come on, lift it up, baby. It ain't over yet. Come on, gotta bite this guy. Huh? How come you're not dropping his right hands or left hooks? You gotta throw those. Believe me, Joppy, those. I don't know. Oh, damn. The last round, Lord have mercy. Suck it in, Joppy. Hold up. Keep your legs wide. Get it to a full 1-2s and 1-2-3s. Go on, please.
Hold on, baby.
Fast shot.
Seconds out.
Fast shot.
So we come to the final round, and now you got to start thinking about what's next. And as we said, Roy Jones wants a piece of Oscar De La Hoya, and I think that would be a big money fight and would be a big attraction, big pay-per-view attraction. So you got to think that De La Hoya might want a little bit of him too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it'd be a great fight. You got 2 tall boxers there, standing around the same height. Oscar De La Hoya with the hand speed and the movement. He's going to have to use it against a guy like Bernard Hopkins because he brings a complete package in the ring. I can't believe how strong he is. He can fight you on the inside, beat you up. He'll take you outside and beat you up. So he's a great fighter.
And Hopkins, or rather, De La Hoya has struggled sometimes with guys who will change up on him, like Hopkins did. I thought that was how Mosley beat him the first time, just by changing up during the course of the fight. And this is just starting to be a mercy killing here.
Okay, I got you right here.
Bernard Hopkins is trying to end it.
Let him go.
And he sensed a knockout coming, and I think he really won it.
Good left hand again, a sharp left hand. And again, Earl Morton looking in very closely. Hopkins really starting to dominate now.
And right now it's a maul.
And Hopkins right back on top of Joppy, trying to get this thing over, trying to stop it. Joppy trying to hold on and survive here. The outcome not in doubt at all. Another big shot. The only question is, can Joppy survive and cash in on his bet? Joppy really a beaten fighter right now. Again, he takes a right hand. He's got 50 seconds to survive. Good right hand again from Hopkins. Hopkins really trying to get him out of here. Opens him up again. 3 shots to the body, comes upstairs to the head, and a left to the head, and it drives Joppy into the ropes.
Trying to close the show.
Come on, let's walk it up.
Joppy now has 27 seconds to survive.
I got you. Let me hand up. Come on. Walk it out.
Steps back, takes a deep breath, the look of a beaten fighter. Hopkins again, right on the attack.
Let me go. Walk it out.
8 seconds. Can't be saved by the bell, remember. 5 seconds to go in the fight.
William Joppy hung on.
Well, he did, and he may get $50,000 out of the payday of Bernard Hopkins, but that's not going to be much of a reward for the beating that he took. Absolutely no contest. Bernard Hopkins dominating the fight. I give Joppy 1 round.
I give him 1 round also. Bernard Hopkins looked he can fight till he's 50.
He really does. I mean, it was an absolute clinic that he put on here tonight. He really did try to keep that other 50,000 also. He tried to get him out of here in the 12th round. You can see him right on top of Joppy, and Joppy at this point very much the beaten fighter. You can see the swelling on both sides of his face. Hopkins just right on top of him.
No boxer want to go out on his back or get stopped, especially in the 12th round. You fought this long, you might as well go and finish the course. And Joppy hung on. He fought bravely, but just Bernard Hopkins is just too much.
Yeah, really, I think that's exactly right. It's just too much Bernard Hopkins. Figured out a way that he was going to beat him. The way he was going to beat him was to get right on his shoulder, and he managed to do that pretty darn well. So it's in the hands of the judges, but this one I feel very confident in saying there's no doubt about it.
No doubt. William Joppy is a good fighter. I mean, he dominated a really good fighter tonight.
And Joppy, you have an idea. I mean, this is not a guy like we spoke of with the Rahman Ruiz situation. This is not a guy that shot. This is a guy that still has something left and probably could beat most of the middleweights out there, but ran into a buzzsaw tonight, and a guy who is just too much and too good.
Yeah, William Joppy has a lot left. You know, Bernard Hopkins, hey, look what he did to Trinidad. You know, outboxed him and then knocked him out late. So I think Joppy will be back, but, you know, just don't run into Bernard Hopkins again.
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins at 38 years of age. I know he's not getting any younger, but boy, he sure doesn't look like he's getting any older either.
Yeah, I picked up a lot of things from Bernard Hopkins tonight myself. Very impressive.
Yeah, really was. What are the things you learned from him?
Fighting on the inside, being in great shape, using angles on the ropes. I mean, he's just a smart fighter. I mean, on the outside, he can just box you. But also go inside, pick your shots, and using angles on the inside. It's incredible. He's fun to watch.
Been around for a long time, and again, speaking of guys who don't get their just due, he really didn't get his until he entered the winner-take-all middleweight series of Don King's back in 2001. He scored a unanimous decision win over Keith Holmes, and that got him into a fight with Felix Trinidad, and he handled Felix Trinidad. All of a sudden, people started to take notice of what much of the boxing, many of the boxing people knew for years, that this guy was legitimate. And sometimes, you know, he shoots his mouth a little bit and he gets himself in trouble, but the guy's the real deal.
Yeah, he backs it up. Yeah, that's one guy that can talk and back it up.
And again, I really emphasize saying that he's not nearly the guy that he's portrayed to be, because he does shoot his mouth. Let's make it official. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Melvina Lathan scores it 119 to 109. John Stewart has it 118 to 109. And Stephen Weisfeld scores it 119 to 108. All for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Bernard the Executioner Hopkins.
Well, Bernard Hopkins, I just think, as simply as I could say it, put on a clinic tonight, Chris.
Yeah, he did. It was like sparring. It was like taking a young boy to school, and that's how it looked in the ring. Take nothing away from William Joppy. He hung in there. He went to 12 rounds. He tried his best, but Bernard Hopkins was just too much.
Just wore him down like chopping down a tree, and busting him up toward the end of the fight. I thought, especially, and from round 9 on, it was an absolutely dominant Bernard Hopkins, and he almost got him out of there, tried to get him out of there, but I'm sure when Chris Bird looks in the mirror, or when William Joppy looks in the mirror tomorrow morning, you look in the mirror, you'll look as good as you do tonight, but when William Joppy looks in the mirror, he's going to know he's been in a battle with one of the best. Let's go to Wally Matthews. Wally?
Yep, I'm following him. Bernard, over here, buddy. Bernard, we need you over here. All right, Bernard. You didn't win your bet, but you won the fight. It looked like you were trying very hard to finish the fight with a knockout in the 12th round. What did Joppy say to you between 11 and 12?
He said, from the hood, man, from the hood. And you know what? All due to respects, man, he's from the hood. Joppy's from the hood, man. And, you know, we talked that talk, man. We walked that walk.
we was the best fighter tonight, Matthews. I mean, I think we were. I mean, I don't know, your opinion. One thing, I respect you. I might not agree with you, but I respect you when you was at the newspaper, and I respect you now. And I think that we gave the people their money's worth. I mean, it was a couple little clinches and stuff, but Joppy's a true warrior. He got my respect, man. And you know what, Matthews? That 50 was well earned by Joppy. And Don, right here, Don's going to pay him that. And I'm a man of my word. Just like with Trinidad, I won. This guy won, but he deserved that, man. And he stood up. He didn't quit. He could have quit. He could have quit. And he took some punishment. He gave some back.
He took a tremendous amount of punishment. So now what's going to happen next with you? I mean, after you beat Trinidad, you had the world at your feet.
Things are back now. I went through a little mental crisis. And, I mean, not all of my fault. I'm well enough to stand up and be a man to say certain things that I might have done different, but there's a lot of things that I wouldn't have done different. That's stand up for my principles, what I believe in, Matthews. Love me or hate me. I mean, you've been criticized by your standards and things that you figure that was right, and you took the blows and you took the good with it. But let's talk about 2004. 2004 is something I'm looking forward to. I'm going to talk to my handlers, my lawyers, and sit back and talk. As of January 24th, I'm officially free agent. Greg Serve for the Pennsylvania State Athletic Board had just told me that my license is down there waiting in Philadelphia State Building, and an EX promotion is what I want to start off. Maybe Don can co-promote with me, Aram, or whoever want to get down with Bernard Hopkins. Now, this statement here shows that De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley, and I'm going to need you, the media, the non-biased media, to put the pressure on the middleweights, because that's what they really are. I'm talking about the guys that's 5 pounds under me. Let's let them fight, Matthews. You can see, I'm not a big puncher. I'm not a heavyweight. I'm not a cruiserweight. I'm a middleweight. I'm a throwback. Like the throwback jerseys are so popular. I'm that, Matthews.
But are you gonna make the 20 middleweight defenses your goal? So you're gonna force these guys to fight you at 160?
Yes, I mean, but look, I've already said it, Matthews, and you're a guy to read and do your research. I'm willing to cut off 2 pounds and come down at 57, maybe 56. If it's De La Hoya, I'll cut off my right leg to come down to 56 for my title. But I need people to stop protecting him. And I mean, I'm not coming down on y'all. Just y'all want to see the best fight for the fans. I mean, I love De La Hoya's face, but he got the looks, I got the other looks. It's a big money fight, and everybody wants to see it. I don't want, Mayoga didn't come through tonight. I don't want Mayoga now. And that's, Mayoga is a gutty fighter.
What about Spinks?
But Corey Spinks, the Jinx, I would love to have an opportunity, but he's not a middleweight. Me and him, we talk, he's not a middleweight. He wants Shane now. Look, let's get Oscar. That's the big money fight. If Roy Jones want to come down to 170 after he look with Tarver, I'll be willing and love to take that. But 190, 195, and 200, Matthews, look at this body. I got a 26-inch waist.
39 years old, 26-inch waist. That's pretty good. No, you did not. Hey, congratulations.
I didn't get
you heard it. Bernard Hopkins closed the show, but he's open for business with anybody in the middleweight division. Congratulations tonight. Let's go back to ringside and Barry Tompkins.
All right, thanks, Wally. Especially if his name is Oscar De La Hoya. He's available. I got to tell you, I'd love to see that fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great fight.